Right, it is after North London now. Before North London, I did one job on Polly. I now need to do the matching job, which you might be able to hear in some of the North London clips. She's developed quite a rattle and a knock. Let's go look. Right, so we are prepping and sorting out Polly. She's gained a few rattles and knocks. She's in Lick this year. I'm running on the Friday. However, we've got quite a pronounced bit of play in the crosshead. The other side's the same. I've already done the other side. We're going to do this side, the more awkward side. So I thought I'd film this one. So you can see it's a U-shaped slipper. I'm going to call it a slipper. Crosshead guide, top of the crosshead, don't know. With a flat, almost flat cap across the top. 4 bolts that extend down through the brass into the steel. And that's about it. This is the flat plate is fine. There's almost no wear in that, weirdly. All the wear is in the bottom U-shape. It was on the other side as well. So we're going to drop this arm out of the way and take this one off or swing it up. Then lose those 4 bolts, slide that out, and then we can sort it out. So here is the removed slipper block, bearing block, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how well it's going to come out on there, but you can definitely see the weird wear pattern in the bottom, which is what we're going to resolve. The top part is fine, so I'm just going to keep that to the side. Sorry about the wobbling, you're only a mount. So the plan of action, and it worked on the other side, is to solder that strip into there, which does fit. It's just a neat one. There we go. Solder that strip into there. I just need to just clearance that in bit. Yeah. Anyway, solder the strip in, and then machine it back out, mill it back out to the right thickness. That block is now quickly in the pickle. We'll leave it in there for probably an hour or so, usually does the trick, and then come out and solder that strip in. Cool, so we've got the soldered in piece there. You can clearly see the solder on the end. So now we're just going to machine through the solder that's on top, down through that brass soldered in bar. Once we've got a clean up cut all the way through, we'll take measurements to compare, and then thou it, a couple of thou down at a time until we get down to a quarter. There we go, one clean cut all the way through. So now we're into that soldered in bar. So we're going to take a measurement and do the maths. There we go, all machined out. Needs filing up obviously, and we'll clean off the all back and reassembled. It's now going to be a couple of weeks before I'm running her again, but there's a Trojan to be getting on with. But I'm out the country this weekend, so I'll have to wait before she gets a run. However, both sides now done. All that play gone. We're going to have a bit of an experiment. Going to take the die blocks out which is easy to do with this trusty, very short ratchet. And I've read a few things that people have done as alternative to trying to make up radiused square die blocks. And because of how easy they are to get to, I'm going to give a few of them a go. So in one side, I'm going to turn up, excuse the plane, I'm going to turn up just a round brass roller style, and on the other side, a pair of ball bearings. A pair because they're an eighth thick, they need to be a quarter, so I'm going to stack them. Because the die blocks are 5/16 wide, quarter thick, with a 3/16 hole through. So making up the brass one should be a piece of pie. And the bearings that are on order are a straight fit. Now I've heard things that bearings don't work because they seize or they bite and grip because they float, whatever. Also the people that don't like round roller style die blocks, even though they have been known to work very well in a lot of substitutions, commercially and otherwise. I mean, if all else fails, we'll go back to making up some radius square-ish blocks. I say they're very easy to change on these. I've already undone the little grub screws either side that you can see, so I'm now going to, off camera because I need two hands, reach in there this little narrow one because it fits in between, undo those bolts and take them out, and then we'll make up a new one and wait for the rollers to get here. Well, I changed my mind. We've gone for 2 cast iron rings. My theory being they're a bearing. Cast iron's a bloody good bearing material. They're a bearing of sorts. They bear a load. So we're going to try those. And there they are back in. We'll see what they go like at the park. Because as you can see, she's currently up at a silly angle. We'll see how they fare. So as you can see, she ran very well. Better than she's ever run. I think I've always had the valve gear set slightly wrong, but the die blocks, plus some more secret sauce, has mean she'll now notch up to just off mid-gear, which for anyone that's ever driven either of my bodies, having them notch up much beyond full ahead was never a thing. So now that she'll run almost in mid-gear, I'm thinking I've cracked something there. We shall see.